weight session. So we're going to start off with some alternating shoulder press each side. I've already done my warm up, so I'm going straight in. Each side on those, a couple of reps in reserve on them, and then some leg raises. We'll just go for 8 to 12 on these. Solid 10 there, we'll take that. I'll do about 45 seconds, minute rest, then we'll go again. So just those two exercises to start with, then we're going to do some upright rows. So hitting the shoulders today, hitting the delts, hitting the traps, and hitting those abs. I might not be able to see any comments if you're asking any questions, so if you've got any questions, you can pop them in and I'll answer them afterwards on whichever channel it's on. Set the sections rest, then we'll go again. Got a bit of trance on, love my trance, me. Playing about one left in the tank there. So I always like to go out for reps in reserve with clients as well. Sometimes with the weight, when you ask them to do a set number of reps, sometimes they probably could have done another 5 or 6 reps, and actually that weight's probably not right for them in that rep range. So it's good to ask, I find, clients how many reps they've got left, rather than just saying do a set of 10 and they say yeah, that was quite tough, because if they could have done, like say, more reps, 5 more reps, then we're looking for 1, 2 left in the tank, we need to up the weight. Stick to 10 on there. That's good. Getting warm now. So, clients today in online later on this afternoon. Just making use of the gym. Can't wait for us to reopen. What have we got now? 4 weeks on Monday to get everyone back inside. So, super excited about that. Should be brilliant. And I think all our clients are excited as well. I'm sure everyone else is looking forward to the gyms opening as well. Hopefully, it'll be the last time we have to do anything like this. Fingers crossed. Right, last set. So just keep in good tempo all the way through. So a couple of seconds down on the eccentric on the low impact. Just trying to get good time on the tension, not rushing the reps. Literally one left each side there. If that was a good burn. Good burn, baby. Right, let's get another 10 on these. Shoulders feeling it already. Alright, buzzing. So, I'm going to do some upright rows and then some lat raises. You can do these with a barbell. I'm going to do them with the cables, to be honest. Just finally get a good tension on that all the way through the rep. So, upright row, front raises, front raises I'm doing with them. Might have to drop the reps. We're limited on the weights because I've lent all the kit out to clients, so pretty limited on our weights at the moment. But he's been able to keep clients on track at home by having some of our kit for the home workouts and stuff. There we go. So I'm squeezing my abs, squeezing my glutes nice and tight, drawing the elbows high, keeping my elbows above the hands all the time. So elbows up, hands stay below the elbows. A lot of people make mistakes doing upright rows where they bring the hands up above the elbow and they get tension through the wrist and you're not lifting through the right muscles. Just a slight pause at the top. So we'll go for some front raises with these, probably a little bit heavy for what I want to do, but we'll just make do for today. So again, squeezing my abs, squeezing my glutes tight, making sure I'm not swinging into the rep. So I'm just lifting. eye level. Let's get 2 more. Alright, we're going to do some Russian twists next. Mistake a lot of people make doing Russian twists is they go too quick and they don't get the right engagement. So, you know, get someone saying, yeah, I love Russian twists. I'm like, yeah, I can do it. No worries for a minute. But what I do with all my clients, get them to slow it down. So heels down into the ground. You don't need to lift them up because we want to try and get as much engagement through the core as possible. Find that tension. So find where you can hold, and then we go nice and steady. Control. Just let the head flow with the body. You don't have to bounce the weight off the floor. I always find slower, more controlled reps, miles better. You get more engagement. Feel them for the first rep. Last one. There we go. 8 each side on there. So we got about 12 on these. I think I did 9 on them. 16 of them. Happy with that. We'll do a couple more sets on there. And then we'll finish off. I should have really put shoulders and core because that's what it is today, mostly shoulders. Shoulders and abs. So I do five sessions a week. We've got 2 full body sessions. So we'll do a full body session to start the week, then an upper body session, then a lower body session, and then it's back to a full body session, and then another upper body session there. So when I'm hitting the full body, obviously hitting legs 3 times a week there as well. So find it's a really good variety of workouts to be hitting through the week. Let's go back a second, I've lost my routine. There we go. Alright, upright rows. So again, always with your reps, focus massively on your technique. Always say to our clients, try and make sure you're feeling the muscles working in the right places. So we always try and get feedback, ask where you're feeling the muscles working. For example, a lot of times when people are doing pull downs, things like that, they can't engage the lats properly. A lot of people pull through the shoulders or start to arch the back, and it's just about fine-tuning things for all our clients, making sure they're hitting the right muscles. And adapting it as well. So for example, say you're doing a pull-up and you just can't feel the right muscles working. We can change it to say a negative. So we jump up, try and really get the scapula retracted, feel like we're pulling through the back muscles, and then we'll go slow and under control. And we've just been tweaking things over this last few months. You know, a lot of people struggle with things like push-ups when they come and start with us. So it's about hitting the right form, regressing it a bit, because some people think they can do full ones, but they're just not working in the right range of motion and not feeling the correct muscles activating. A lot of people, when they do push-ups, for example, they massively feel the shoulders doing a lot of the work and can't get the pec activation. Right, we'll go on these. Squeezing my abs and glutes tight. Alright, Russian twist. The Ruskies. So if you do find these too easy, yes, obviously you can lift your feet if you can get the most activation. I find I still get really good activation through the obliques on these. So down the side of my abs. There we go. Leave those there. Right, we'll do one more set. Quick breather, and then we'll go again. So this workout won't take a full hour. I tend to not always get a full hour to train. I'm quite limited with my time. And a lot of people think that you need to have an hour, 90 minutes to do your sessions. And as long as you're effective with your time, and you train consistently, you can actually condense your workouts down a little, but maybe train more frequently. You get much more out of it that way. So I'm thinking, rather than thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to train for an hour today, I'll lose 90 minutes. Don't look at it that way, Think of what you're gaining in the long run. But also at the same time, if you feel like an hour's too long, just try and shorten it to 40 minutes max. And then you'll be able to get that in, and maybe over 4 days, 5 days, you feel like you can get an extra session in. Rather than thinking you're having to get extra long workouts in. Okay, last set. Here we go. Alright, little breather, and then we go again. Anyone watching? A couple of people on the channel. So front raise is next. Let's see if we can push these last couple of reps out. Alright, was it? Onto our Russian twist, and then we'll change it up to finish off. But if you've got any exercises that you feel like you struggle with, so for example, you always do an exercise such as the press up or the bench press or anything like pull downs, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer you and give you a few tips on how to better activate those muscles to help them develop that little bit quicker, and also make sure you're not getting any injuries as well. That's really important, because a lot of time, for example, if you're doing press-ups, you get a lot of people going high with their elbows here, flaring out, so your hands are here, hitting your shoulder. For example, if you've got a barbell doing a bench press, you never have the weight here, yeah, it's sitting across the middle of your chest, so we would always want to replicate that with the hands, but people don't feel comfortable dropping their hands on a push-up sometimes, so it's just about making a few little tweaks here and there and regressing it back a little bit, so maybe going back to using the knees, for example. Okay, so we'll do some shrugs next. See how we go. Shrugs, and then some rear delt flies. I'll show you a little tip to help out with any rear flies, for example. Sometimes people struggle getting the correct position. Might have to just grab the other plate for this. As you don't need to go crazy heavy. Okay, so shrugs, we're going to go relatively heavy. Good squeeze on these. Squeeze the glutes up and down. It's good habits as well to get used to gripping the weights nice and tight. A lot of people, when they come to us, they really struggle with the grip strength. So if we're doing things like deadlifts and we're starting to build to those maximum reps, a lot of people find that it's the grip and they feel the forearms start to go first. So anything when we're using the dumbbells, for example, curls, shrugs, anything like that, get used to gripping those nice and tight, and then over time it will help improve that grip strength for you for when you come to do your heavier lifts. We also use wrist straps as well sometimes with clients if they're really feeling it and the grip's going before the legs or anything like that, for example. Okay, rear flies. So with this one, we want to have a nice athletic position. So from here, put that chest push through, and we're squeezing up through the upper back. Now, with this one, I'll do my set, and then, because a lot of people struggle to maintain this position without slouching. Now, I'm not going crazy heavy there, because I wanted to just maintain good form through that. So, a lot of people, when they're doing that, they'll bend, and they'll go from here, and they've got no tension through the trunk of the body at all. So we need to make sure we're trying to maintain good stability all through the core, through the trunk of the body. So a nice athletic position. So if you think about if you just run and you're knackered and you're in that position, you're out of breath, you hold your hands on your knees. That's a good little tip to get you into the correct position. But notice my chest is pushed through here, I'm not slouched over. So So I want to be shoulders back, retracted through the shoulder blades, a little bit of tension here, and then squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. If you struggle to do that, something we do with clients is we rest the forehead on top of the back of the bench, for example. So if I rest my forehead here, yeah, and then I get in the position again, push my chest through, yeah, and try again here. We've done that. And if you need to go lower, down, go there, yeah, chest through, same again, getting a good squeeze on those. Alright, next I'm going to do some these. So we'll go just past the legs over the top of that. We'll do 4 each side. So we'll hit the glutes a bit as well. Alright, that's our little circuit. So shrugs, rear flies, and some of those alternating leg raises side to side over that foam roller. Couple of seconds, then we'll go again. I'll try and show you from the front position this time. So athletic position there, chest through, hands up, in line with the shoulders. I'm pulling my scapula together, top of the rep. Slight bend in my elbows. Like I said, I like to use the plates because them dumbbells are a little bit too heavy, but also that's all I've got in between. I've not got any of the other weights clients have got them at the minute at home. Right, same again on these, just 4 each side. And then we might finish off with a couple of dragonflies, see how we go. We'll try and do it without touching the floor. Sometimes I do negative ones, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. What I might do on this next set, put another block on top. Means I've got to go a little bit higher. Right, we're going to do 2 more rounds of this, so another round on the shrugs. Might just swap these up a little bit heavier. Jewel of the week. feel that a lot more through the forearms and through the traps on those. So yeah, if you want guys, you can save this workout and you can follow along when you get back into the gyms. But it's a good routine for helping sculpt those shoulders and keep this core nice and strong. Notice my reps, I'm always trying to maintain really good form and making sure I'm feeling the correct muscles working. Like I say, any questions you've got and any exercises you struggle with, let me know, I'll help you out. Woo. Feel the burn. Feel those forearms. Yeah, baby. Got some gymnastic rings as well, but the only thing is, with the height of this ceiling, it's not high enough to practice any gymnastic work above the bar, so struggle to practice anything like the muscle ups or anything like that. So we're doing 33 minutes now. Yeah, 33 minutes. We're going up to the last set on these. This is my last round. And then, literally, dragonflies to finish. Just do 3 sets on there, and then that's it. So, should be done, like I say, in about 40 minutes. Obviously, I did a bit of a warm-up, so that was 5 minutes, and then I'll do a bit of a cool down and stretch as well. So, probably about 50 minutes total. So if you've got dumbbells but you've not got heavy enough, you can always use a barbell for your shrugs as well. If you feel like you're not getting enough engagement through those shrugs. Last set on these. To be fair, this weight's been appropriate for these for me. Yeah, good. That's good. All right. Last one's on these. What you can do as well, if you want, you can always do your, for example, the way I've done this is like an upper body and a core. You could always leave all the core till the end. So you could do like your single set presses, then go on to your superset, upright row, and from raise, and then another superset of shrugs, and really out flies, and then you could do all your core together at the end if that's how you like to do your routine, for example. I just like to add a little bit of coring on the end, as I think it just helps to rest the muscles that you're working A little bit as well, work another part of the body. There we go, happy days. All right, buzzing. So, we'll finish off with some dragonflies. See how we go. Let's move this over here. We'll tidy up. So on this workout, we've hit all the shoulders, here we've hit the traps. Made sure when we've put this program together, hitting the front, the side, and the rear of the delts, posterior, anterior, medial if you want to get scientific on us. Alright, so dragonflies. Few people might know what I'm on about. If you've not seen them before, I will show you what I mean. So I'm just going to use the rack as an anchor point. So a couple of ways you can do it. You can either do lowering down and then try and lift back up, or you can do a negative. So I'll show you a negative first, and then I'll show you the full one as well. So squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes nice and tight, extend it down. Yeah, there's your negative all the way down. Then you go back up and you reset. What I'm going to try and do, I usually do these on the rack over there where I can grab, so there's a little bit less to grab hold of here, so we'll give it a whirl, see how we go. I'll just do 2 more, try and come back to the start position. So from there, let's see how we go. That's about my limit. That's massive engagement through the front of the abs. Woo. I don't know if that looked like I went low or not, but to me that felt pretty low. So yeah, just keeping working on that, making sure I'm squeezing my glutes as tight as I can, engaging my abs, and I also take a massive deep breath in, as that just helps to stabilize the trunk. As I take a deep breath out, we just lose the solid foundation around here, and we want to try and maintain as much tension as we can through the trunk of the body, through that core, to make sure you're able to pull back up to the top. So I'm literally going to rest maybe a minute, and we'll do another set, and then we'll call it a day on the workout, and I'll just do a cool down to finish. What I'm thinking of doing as well is putting a warm-up routine together. I'm going to stick that on the YouTube channel so you can see sort of a solid warm-up routine that we like to do to hit all the areas for our clients to make sure they're warmed up, ready to take on the session. Right, let's have another go at this. These are tough. These are tough. Feeling these, that's for sure. One more. I nearly didn't get back. I nearly didn't get back. Oh, I was so close. I was nearly down. Okay. We'll do one more set, one more round, and then that's it. I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, I think sometimes people struggle the most. We definitely find with mobility, staying as supple as they can between sessions. So we have certain follow-along sessions for our clients to do in between our sessions that can keep them as healthy as possible. So for example, if they've got sore wrists, they follow the healthy wrists program. If they've got bad hips, they follow the healthy hips routine. And if they've got flexibility issues, Pilates, yoga on there, all those sort of things, that just massively helps in between our sessions to make sure we're not losing valuable time in our sessions as well, because what can really affect people's training can be if a client comes to a session with a niggle and then you're spending, you know, the first quarter of that session just addressing that, when really they could be doing things in their own time to strengthen the shoulders, for example. So we've got a healthy shoulders program. So a lot of people get shoulder niggles when they first get to training, for example, and then they have to change the way they're working out. So what's important is if people follow these in their own time, they come to sessions healthy, they're getting stronger in the areas that are usually weak, and it just means we can focus more on the programs we put into place. All right, let's go. Last one. Last one. And then we're done. That didn't feel as low, but it's getting tough. Getting tough. That felt a bit better. One more. Oh, I nearly didn't get back up. They're hard, but massively. Oh my god, my abs are going to be in bits tomorrow now. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy them. So yeah, that is our session for today. So 45 minutes there. So a bit longer than I said 40 minutes, but good warm-up, cool-down routine in there. Get a great session in. Tomorrow, leg day, and then full body day after that. So I'm going to put a video on over the next few days for a good warm-up routine, and then people can utilise that. You know, you can do it from home, you don't need any weights with it, and then you've got a good routine to help you warm up the hips, the lower back, shoulders, everything, and it just helps set you up for the sessions that you're doing. Because I think what a lot of people don't do is they don't warm up properly, and they never cool down. Like for example, you know, I used to see people in the gyms all the time, blast out a session, straight in the car, you know, heavy leg session, whatever, driving home, and then they wonder why they're getting stiff and tightening up and stuff like that. So always important to have a good cool down routine as well. So yeah, that's it guys. Thanks very much for watching if you did. And if you're following this session along, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Alright? Ciao!